Hello traders, welcome to the live stream. Am I audible to you? Just let me know. Is the audio video clear from my end? Hello sir, hi from Chennai. Hello. Good evening everyone. Welcome to the live stream. Let me know in the comment section what is your view about the market. What do you think is the next possibility? Meanwhile, I'll also mark some support resistance zones and we will see how market respects those zones. Now let's start looking at US market data. Nasdaq, S&P 500 still we need to get. Dow Jones is kind of flat opening itself, 0.02% Dow Jones. S&P 500 slight gap down, but it has given a breakdown here, S&P 500. So breakdown will attract some people to take bearish trade. To trap them little bit momentum towards the upside is possible because continuously market has corrected, and here it's given a breakdown means little bit of trapping can happen is my understanding. What levels can we mark here? S&P 500, first I'll mark one zone. If market sustains above that zone, then maybe little more bullish it can be. Okay, so with that view we will approach the market. So this is the previous swing from where market corrected. I'll mark that zone. And if market moves towards the downside also, what we can do is, okay, after some correction we can expect some kind of upside move. Okay, so here I feel this can be the base zone for S&P 500. Okay, this range. Now in BTC we will see. In BTC, what is the observation? Here one range was there. Market is holding on to that range. It's trying to break that range and it's not able to survive. Now one attempt they have made, but it is corrected and little bit selling pressure is here. From here, if market corrects or anything as such, or if it goes below this zone, little bit buying can come. But time is 8 o'clock. Maybe sometimes within 30 minutes buying can start, I feel, after some kind of liquidation grab. We'll see. It should be bullish at least for intraday. Good evening, Rohan Vijay sir. Srinivasa, hello, good evening. Even I had been out, I just didn't wanted to miss the live stream, so front of you guys only I'm doing all the analysis. Now we know market is staying within a range, and this support zone it is not able to break, and this resistance area it is not able to break. So in between that range, little bit challenging it will be for us to look for opportunity. But during the first half, since market is sideways, in second half little bit momentum we can expect. Possibly bullish momentum is my expectation. Now if I go to liquidation zone, the next resistance area is near 87,780. So 87,000, 1 second, 87,780 is the upper range. So 87,770, 780. This is the previous upper level. Here liquidity, considering this area as resistance, people are sitting in the market. If that zone breaks or market strongly, later point of the day also, if it breaks that zone, little bit upside momentum can be possible. Now what is happening here? This buyer targeting for market, it can be difficult. Market higher low, higher high, it is forming. At some point of time, any weak players or to create, remove random buyers if market corrects also, here any reversal can come. So up to this zone, how it will behave, we have to wait and see. What is US employment data has an impact. We will see what news is coming out. Manufacturing index, S&P 500 global manufacturing as some important news is coming out around 8:15. How market behaves for that, we have to wait and see. Business inventories, all some important news, not very much important, but say here you can see what is the importance. This has medium importance, this one has medium importance. All of this medium importance, if anything is positive, it can take the market, pick up the market towards the upside. So that possibility is there. Let's see this zone. In sideways range initially only, if you plan for any trade, no, little bit challenging it will be. 88,000 is a psychological level, right? It's a round number, psychological level. That zone also we will mark and keep at this point of time to test that. Today it will test that zone is what I feel. If more and more people start to use 930 strategy, does that make the strategy less effective? See, the amount of money which is there in the market, right? It is comparatively this one very high than what we can imagine. I'm just a small person trading with 20-30 lots. People, how many lots, how much capital they bring in. So this and all will not be an issue. And 930 strategy, whatever it is, how many people are there? I'm sure, I think more than 1.5 lakh people have watched that strategy. In that, I feel only thousands of people, at least let's say 2,000, 3,000 people, only they will put the effort, they will do the back test, everything, and they will see the result for 2 months, 3 months, and based on that, they will make it as their main strategy. But there will be certain people, one day they will book profit, 2 days continuous loss. If they see, they'll just run away. So not necessary everyone will start using the strategy. Only through consistent processing of the strategy, you implement the strategy only, you will see the long-term benefit. But many people are not in this game for that. They'll keep changing the strategy. 2 days something change, it will go. So in the situation which we are right now, you don't have to worry about more people implementing the strategy, at least for the next 2-3 years. Any BTC and ETH setup in private group, it's been long time. I will share. Thing is hectic things have become. That is the thing. So 1 month paper trading enough? 1 month paper trading, you get the confidence. If it's giving you the confidence, it's giving you the results that you are expecting, be realistic with the results, right? So if in a month, let's say, I'm just giving a rough example, overall capital, if you are able to increase by 10%, 12%, that's extremely good. Okay, but some people think following the strategy for last 1 month, profit was as of now is 35k. Last week it went up to 55k. So ups and downs will be. in the strategy, just implement it, just go with the flow. Only if the main reason of that strategy working for you is because you're not putting a lot of pressure about what open interest is happening, what price action is happening, all those things you're not worried of. You're concentrating on one simple strategy, which risk reward is 1:2 at least. If you're capturing big momentum, even better. So focus on the strategy. Can we do 9:30 a.m. strategy with use of algo? I think it's very easy, but I'm not good in algo and all those things. But anyone who has basic knowledge about algo also, they can do it. This market as of now, here we can see some correction from 618 level. That's fine. This market is just trading within a range. It's between the upper range and lower range. Here 618 level correction we're getting. Based on that, I don't want to take any trade right now because my focus is a little bit towards bullishness. If bullish setup is there, then I will have a look at that. Okay. Here also at this current zone, placing stop loss here, taking for bearish trade only. One setup is forming. If market moves up to this zone, it would be good, and later we can see some recovery. But somewhat I'm not having that interest to look for bearish trade. Bro, do you work on any other? See, I personally have other strategies also in my channel. Only many strategies I have given you guys. There is one 8 leg strategy which a lot of people are using regularly. They keep messaging me. It is like you can say it's a iron condor or butterfly strategy, whatever you want to call it as. It's a good option selling strategy with a hedge. So that also you can spend some time and backtest and see. Sir, for long run, the strategy alone enough. See, let's say at least I think another 1 year, 1.5 years, things should be fine eventually. But if you stick to the rules over a period of time, you will learn. And not necessarily everything will work all the time, right? Sometimes support and resistance was working very well but over a period of time, what happened? Support and resistance is becoming kind of trap. So, as much as possible, when the strategy is working, concentrate on the strategy, see what you can do, what you can build with it over a period of time. Once you see the results, what you will understand is in this strategy, what is the advantage? Discipline. With discipline, you will stick to the stop loss, entry time, exit time, everything. So, based on that, if you do the trading over a period of time, within 2 months, 3 months and all, you will be a disciplined trader, right? So in future, let's say after 1 year, 1.5 year strategy is not working, right? By then some other strategy we will discuss, we will share. So don't worry, because constantly we are looking at the market, what can work, what cannot work. Regularly I have 2 people dedicated to test all the strategies. Whatever ideas I have, I teach them. They keep doing the back test. All those things is happening side by side. Don't worry about all this. So today support and resistance wasn't shared on group. I shared in crypto community group. Sorry, in crypto community group. Yeah, little bit. Like I said, no, I was out. By the time I came, I did pre-market. For me today it was a little hectic day only. Then throughout you see, right, market after taking entry, it gave a nice movement, came down again, sideways market like this only. I would have seen market coming to my cost to cost more than 30 to 35 times today, because I trade in 1 minute time frame. I kept on seeing market coming to my cost to cost, profit, cost to cost, slight loss, cost to cost. Like this only I saw the entire half day. After that, what interest I will have to trade? I got a bit exhausted only after that. When I used stop loss hunting strategy for crypto, I overlaid any solution for that. How many trades can we take in a day? See, it doesn't matter how many trades you can take in a day. What matters is, if is that setup uh, as per the strategy, is it giving you the entry? If it's giving you the entry and it's telling you, okay, risk reward is decent, entry is fine, there is a space for market to move according to the strategy, means you enter that. Okay, when you are having little bit contradiction of, okay, should I enter, not enter, means you give it some time, just leave it. When you think the probability of it movement, for it to do the movement is high, then you go for it. BTC, like I said, this is selling zone. From here market is correcting somewhat. I'm not having interest to take the bearish trade, that's why I'm quiet. Also breakout correction in between. One decent setup if I get for the day, it would be better. Let me see, liquidation at the bottom and all is too far. 85,200. It is 85,000. 85,000. So this zone, this upper zone, this lower zone, they've captured. Liquidity is there at this bottom also and at this upper range also. So both the side movement is possible. But for market to achieve this upper zone, it is more easy. How much points it is required from the zone? 1,000 points. But to reach this one, it requires close to 2,000 points. Reaching this is more easy for the market. 8:15 news outcome is negative. Okay, I've not seen the news. What is it? Usually quickly only we get the data here. I don't know what is. Okay, S&P global manufacturing index flash. Prior this one actually. And see, there are many people who trade based on news and things like that. I trade based on price action and stop loss happening. So for me, little bit how well this news and all will impact the market. Is it going to have very serious impact or a slight impact and all? For me, when I try to judge, no, for me it becomes difficult. So too much important. RBI policy meeting or FOMC meeting, in that anything is there, suddenly inflation data is coming out, jobless claim data is coming out, those and all, how to retrieve that information and take trades, I have to a certain extent. Okay, if trend is going as per my view, that also is happening, I will try. But other things, do you do commodity trading, crude oil, natural? No, I don't do all that. But price action, stop loss hunting works there also. Any specific strategy will suit the commodity trading? Please suggest. See, price action, stop loss hunting will work almost everywhere, traders. And every market, what you see, it's bound to what? It's bound to price movement itself. So if you are able to understand the price movement better in one market, other market also to a certain extent you can get better understanding. But the behavior, for example, BTC volatility and all those things will be a bit high compared to Nifty, things like that, right? So that time in Nifty, how much stop loss you will give? In BTC, different kind of stop loss you have to give, because volume is high and too much, it's highly liquid, all those things are there, means you can't bring the same 20-30 points stop loss here, right? Minimum 200, 300, like that you have to give. It is here, the zone is holding. If I get one entry, something I can try. Turn off the screen for this BTC, ETH. If it moves up the zone, selling pressure zone, this is seller's pressure zone. Okay, market is trying to give a breakout here. What we can do is some quantity we can try. We switch to 1 minute first. So correction. Much market is corrected. So 611. The zone is a negative area. Any next candle, anything starts moving towards the upside, I can try. 6-5. Candle length became too big, traders. 500 points. So little bit waiting is better. Candle length became too big. Sustenance. Here round number is there. Here resistance is there. Either the zone, round number, pullback, continuation, something we can see. ATH. This resistance zone ATH has come. This is kind of selling pressure zone, you think. If market survives above the zone, maybe we can look for bullish trade. For that, simultaneously I have to, this is bearish traders zone. So in that zone, I can't take bullish trade. With small stop loss, I have to try bearish trade only. But for me personally, I want to go bullish. That is why I'm thinking, should I enter here, not enter? One plan what we can do is we can initially go for bearish trade looking at the seller zone. If the moment comes, fine. If the moment doesn't come, then I have to close that position and later look for upside movement if the bearishness fails. Something like that I can try. This has crossed the upper level. This is a fair price entry. I'll look at ATH also simultaneously. ETH is near selling zone. Already I have told. Since ETH is near selling zone, will BTC this upside movement? Will it be a fake movement? That is what I'm saying. But if it is not fake, it is positive, means I'll go for bullish trade is my plan. Okay. That is what I'm observing both the charts simultaneously, ETH and. What do you think? From this zone, market will move towards the upside, or it will give a correction and it will go till the supporting zone? So this area already it has tested that, so market can make an upside spike. We'll see. Global market slightly positive. S&P 500 almost came near support zone. Anyone who took bearish trade, it is trapped. ETH nicely moving below the seller zone, staying below the seller zone. That's why I have not taken any entry at this point of time. Let it move up. BTC also, if it gives any confirmation or signal like it is moving up, I will take bullish trade. Whereas top liquidity is there, without taking the liquidity, will the market move? 87,080, 800, 87,100, up to 800, at least movement of 800 points. Now here the zone I can consider, and I'll place a bullish trade here. little bit momentum towards the upside. If it starts, then I can add some more position for this trade. If it comes too lower, then problem. I'll add some more position once I am little bit comfortable with the upside movement. As of now, little near selling zone only market is, so no need to enter right now. More position I'm thinking. I've entered here. I place the stop loss here. Target like the zone we can keep. Once the upside spike comes, little more quantity I will add. The movement basically should come quickly within next 2-3 candles. If it doesn't come, then I will close and again wait for the next buying pressure. Until this zone on all, no need to wait. Breakdown liquidity from here, reversal. That was gone. Two candles is not giving the moment. Maybe I'll see this as the final candle. If market thinks about going below this zone, then I don't think I will hold on to the trade. I will wait for the next bullish pressure area. Saving the capital a bit for the next setup will be better. Correction up to, it's gone below mid level also. Market thinks about going. So as of now, what and all I have planned. Market has given a breakout. Considering this as breakout anyone has entered means market is tried to remove them. That's why near this breakout it was too expensive. I did not enter. But when it came near almost the entry level zone itself, I entered only 200 quantity with the idea that in case quick spike comes, I will take the add more position, another 200 or 400 quantity I will add. If market is creating negativity, then no need to enter all the position at the same time, right? Now market is not going as per my view, but I'm considering this area as a supporting zone. From here, if market is starting to be bullish within some time, then I will start adding some more position. On top, liquidity is there for liquidation grab. Market might tend to move towards the upside. That is the idea I'm having right now. Let's come to seller is here, man. The seller would market. Now little bit movement is coming, so I'll add some more position for the trade. I know the little bit pressure can come from here also, this zone, but that is fine. From my end, loss I will reduce here. Got near my entry price only I've got. It was like giving a quick move against it has slowed down. We will see if again quick move comes, another maybe 200 quantity more I will add. See, whenever market is going as per the view, I'm adding more position. When market is going against my view, I'm not adding positions. I'm not averaging on a losing trade. I'm trying to average when market is going as per my direction. This is something you can try to implement, okay, in your trade also. So here little bit one pressure zone is there, how market will behave near that pressure zone here, something. That is what I'm worried about. After that zone, shall I enter is what I'm thinking. Another some more quantity. The zone. If market goes below, why I've considered this zone is if market goes below this zone or below this level, then this here and all some buyers are there. To trap them, it can give more movement. So for me, it doesn't make sense to. Now little bit pressure is coming. Both the set pressure is coming, traders. That's the. Anyways, we'll see what happens with this. 88,000 psychological level. So market can test that once if it starts moving towards the upside. Another 200 quantity. So if from up zone it corrects, means little bit pressure definitely I will see. That's fine as long as it doesn't break the zone. Upside, downside, we have good demand and break resistance. Also can happen. I will go opposite of what most of you think. Sir, which app you checking global market? I'm using money control. If you want a link, I will share. Use this. Little bit buyer activation. If it happens, it will be good. Seller only is trying to hold. So I mean, and more than this zone and all, I don't want to give stop loss for this trade. Double bottom also. If it is bullish from the zone only, maximum it will test and it will move up. ATH also, let me see. Exactly near that buying pressure zone, market has come in ATH. That is the make or break candle. If it goes below the zone, this level and all, it will try to trap. Okay, so no need to give bigger stop loss than that. $15. Little bit fast only market is moving. Let's come to that zone. Buyer should activate. So this is this buyer final activation area. If he doesn't activate here, that means market is trying to go below that. That is why buyer's activation area I've considered. Little below that only I have placed my stop loss. Okay, now again market is moving up. If seller is strong, buyers will give up. That is there. I have to take the stop loss, but this is the final buyer zone, at least for this particular moment right now. Hopefully ETH also holds on to this range. ETH also holding the buyer zone. If buyer is strong, he has to quickly make the movement. I did not read any messages. Don't worry, sir. Good buying zone you have entered. Wait for some time. Stop loss is reasonable for me. No issues. Risk reward is fine. So buyer zone, market is holding. We'll see. Which after grabbing liquidity at the top also, will the market move up? See, let me show you something here. You see, still liquidity is there on top. Okay, 87,800, that zone somewhere, 87,800, that zone is there. If market tries to break that zone quickly, movement of another 200 points also is possible from buyers. That's not a big deal for the market. This is a psychological level. So if that breaks, additionally movement if we get, we can trail the stop loss also and keep going, right? So that's the plan, that's the idea. But this moment, who should have done is this people, they should have just removed the random people. And now after removing random people, now their plan should be to push the market up, as per my understanding. If that is what is going to happen, then 88,000 and all is not a problem. Okay, again cost to cost, that we will get to know if market sustains above this zone. If market sustains above this zone, then smoothly we can see the momentum above this area. Above this zone it has to sustain. That's it. Chance or flag pattern. Check once flag pattern. Which flag pattern? This is not a proper flag pattern, sir. I'm looking at the market on 1 minute time frame. So this buyer has done his job. He held on to this range and he has pushed it. Now this seller has to give up in this zone. If he doesn't give up, if this buyer again sideways market, it will become. That is why the sooner the market breaks this zone, this area, 87,600 you keep. Okay, 87,600. If it breaks quickly, then quickly my target also, I think within no time it will achieve. Until then, seller is strong or buyer is strong, that decision will keep going on. That confusion, I mean. ATH. Both ATH and BTC has respected the buyer zone. Hopefully it holds. See, from my end, whatever is the proper stop loss I have given, I feel to a certain extent in a proper direction I have entered. Target also is reasonable. Rest I have to leave it to the market only to decide. Okay, so nothing complication here. What's your allocated capital margin for crypto account? I just keep around 2 lakhs or something like that. If required, when I make profit, I remove it, and again I keep 2 lakhs. Initially I used to keep around 1 lakh. After some time 1,50,000. After that 2 lakh. So overall 2 lakh I keep. My plan is to keep 5 lakhs after March. Now I'm in a different stage of testing the strategy. So as per that, if it works again, then I will increase the capital also. Who pushed the market here? Buyer only pushed. So again, if market comes to support, easily everyone will look at it at double bottom pattern. So if double bottom pattern, if people enter, chances of moving down only is high. So this buyer, before reaching the support only, he has to enter. That job he has done. But on top, seller also is putting pressure, because of which market is correcting. So for market, little more liquidity is there, and if this buyer doesn't give up, market is supposed to move up only. Once it breaks this zone, little more confirmation, like I said here. Okay, buyer is there, he re-entered, he pushed the market towards the upside. Same way seller is here. If he push the market, he can push it from this zone. Only if the seller is no more interested, he will give up at this zone. If he gives up at this zone, then this zone and all market will not respect. It will move up very quickly. Okay, same way this zone market is not respecting. If it's giving a closing, taking my stop loss, means here and all some stop loss is there. To hunt that stop loss, market will move up downside. Okay, so these are some price action concept things which I know I'm sharing with you guys. So above the zone only it's not moving. Little bit in sideways market, means sideways market, it should not take too much time and become sideways. If it becomes sideways, the issue is that both the side liquidity will be created. Here also it can trap, here also it can trap, just by giving a spike only. So that becomes one issue. There is a trend line in 5 minutes time frame. Market has to close above that. I don't know which trend line you're talking about. Here something you're marked and kept. Usually when I try to do scalping and all, too much time market takes, means I'll kind of close off the trade. But in this case, I'm kind of okay. I'll just see, this is the first setup only I've taken for the day. Mm. 87,000 level is broken. Then once it is broken, there is no requirement for market to move down only. So why it is playing so long, I don't know. Keep looking at the market regularly, Shrikant sir, you will get an idea. And stop loss hunting course also, to a certain extent I have discussed about it. And those who wish to join the crypto community group, you can open account with Delta Exchange. Once you open the account, you will be added to the group, and here you will get access to the strategy. And based on the strategy, this is also, I have explained, this can be a buyer zone. So as long as market is staying below this buying zone, I'm kind of okay. So you get free access to that course. There you can learn all the strategies. There 30 minutes time I've taken and explained everything. Ethereum, what is it doing? Sideways market has become. Moment, nothing. Ethereum, though slowly it is trying to break the buyer pressure zone. If that happens, BTC little bit of problem I can see. That means buyers are kind of giving up. It's almost not yet broken. If it breaks, I'll tell you. ETH is broken. So here pressure candle closing, it's not yet given. ETH is kind of showing strength traders to break towards the downside. It's not yet holding. Maybe in maximum 1 or 2 candles I'll get to know if this is just a trap or what is it. I'm not looking at any news or anything as such. ETH both has gone below the zone, so seller is kind of strong. So he will try to trap little bit towards the downside. So again, what my plan will be is, since buyers have given up, I'll take a sell trade here. Sold 200. Here too much stop loss I will not take. Basically, if this is not, is it a trap? Wait, it held on to my range. This position, it's creating confusion within this zone. Only if it gives a closing below this zone I should enter. It's again coming to my main zone. Again buyer zone. Buyer is not giving up. Same long trade, buyer zone, it is holding around. This is a reasonable stop loss. 100. So let buyer show pressure, then I will see. But Ethereum, it is broken, and there also wick only it's forming. Okay, I'll take this buy trade. If again this becomes a kind of trapping situation, means I will just close this trade. I'll be done. Because 1 or 2 attempts only I can do in a certain level. So giving the space. The zone as target I can place. This is my last attempt on the buy side. quickly it converted to a wick traders. Unnecessary. I think I've used my capital to the brim. Same trade, who did not exit the call trade, just hold on. If it goes below this zone, we will exit. The main reason why I re-entered was, if this is a trap, momentum will come quickly. I'll miss out on the opportunity. That is the main reason. Again, yes, I'll get stuck in the sideways market, things like that. That is there. But if movement is coming, it will come quickly. Again, if it is kind of a trapping situation or whatsoever for me, then I'll kind of give up. That's all. I'll be done. What is US market doing right now? It's kind of getting negative. Keep sell around 86,600. 86,600 is too far. This is the last attempt. If market is taking the SL without thinking too much, I will exit. Problem with the CTH only is that it is saying that I'm below seller zone. I'm going below seller zone. It keeps on saying, but it's not strongly moving also. ATH, if it gives a closing below 2,920, something like that, only then there will be a problem. Whole market is becoming kind of sideways. The zone, if it breaks, then this and all target is there towards the downside. Up to here also market can go if it moves down, I mean. So the down movement is close to 600 points. Upside movement is close to 900,000 points. Ethereum, now it is showing some pressure. Meanwhile, in BTC also it should come. $2,917, 915. 2,915. If Ethereum gives closing, my setup will fail. It's kind of showing selling pressure only again and again. Market session closing time. Market session closing time. I think session breaks and all those things, some details will be there. If you go to setting there, you will see session break. If you mark that, you will get to know. Final attempt traders, hopefully if this works fine, else I have to take the SL. Basically the first trade only I should have kept that. When it becomes sideways for too long, I told you, right? Big wick for this side also, that side also is possible. That is where we get into trouble when it is sideways market condition. 2009-21. Just have a look at ATH also. If it goes above 2009-16, something like that, pressure will come here also. It's gone to 2009-14 only now. This buyer also is not giving up. Their seller also is not giving up. Feel like I've got stuck in the sideways market. But how do we get to know sideways market? Only if we stay in the market only we'll get to know, right? Ethereum and all has gone below buying zone. 83,330 going down. 86,330. That is where you think market will move. Okay. If you're planning bearish trade also, let market go below this zone, right? Give proper closing. Then maybe you consider. Until that zone it breaks, I don't think going bearish is a good idea. Cost to cost, the zone it has to break, traders. Wonderful moment if market breaks the zone. As long as that zone is not breaking, the seller is also holding the market, you consider. Okay, so that time what happens, 50-50 chance setup. But if it breaks the zone and all, it doesn't matter for the market, this zone, this resistance and all. That is what 8 out of 10 times that is what will happen if it goes above the zone. How to join the group, please tell me. Nothing, sir. You need to open account with Delta Exchange. The link is there in the pinned comment. After opening account, you have to send a WhatsApp message to the number that you're seeing on the screen. That phone number WhatsApp message you have to send. You need to send your Delta Exchange user ID to ensure that with that user ID we will check if the account is opened under us or not. If it is opened under us, team, to ensure that this is a valid person, we will ask you to complete 2 trades. Once you complete 2 small trades, you will be added to the group. You will get lifetime access to the group. Okay, simple, straightforward. So why 1 minute time frame and why not 5 minutes? Because buying zone is different in 5 minutes time frame. Not necessary, sir. I'm catching the recent swing only. Recent swing, this is where buyers entered. And if you see here, yes, buying zone, here some buyers are there. They push the market nicely towards the upside. If they want to enter, they will enter somewhere here. When market is somewhere here, why do I look for buying zone here? I keep waiting. So here only if buyers get activated, here only movement will come without reaching this level only. So that is the logic. Almost in 5 minutes candle, wicks are longer than the body. Indecision. Indecision is there, traders. Indecision is there. Already people who tried to enter at the breakout market is trapped of them. So trapping them, then next for the liquidation grab, market has to move up. The situation is same as Monday Nifty. Somewhat similar, you think. But Monday Nifty and all, opening range, I think, where did the market open? 8 o'clock, right? So little bit, that movement was a bit strong. Slowly correction, attracted bearish traders and then reversal. Considering this area strong movement, as long as this zone breaks, fresh liquidity also is created on top. So more liquidity, everything is there. But you see market is taking its own time. See, I believe in my concept. I believe in my setup and logic. If market is going against me, whatever is a sensible stop loss, I will give and I will close. Right? 1 or 2 attempts I will do. If I capture, I'll capture big moment, or once decent small loss I will give and close. That's all. No complications here. So to put in the money, you have to believe in the concept. To believe in the concept, you should have back tested it so many times. You should have taken trades in that so many times, right? So here or there, you will make losses. All those things and all is part of that only. So when you capture good moment, that would be a better situation. My swing target is 89,700. This zone, okay. As soon as the market, as per my expectation, I'm saying, if it moves here, then I have to reduce my stop loss for the trade. I'll get it somewhere here. At some point of time, I have to decide to reduce the risk also, right? So when market reaches this zone, I'll think about reducing the risk. Of course, only if it reaches that zone. Okay, you have shared the message, team will look into it. But meanwhile, you complete 2 trades and let us know so that the same day only you will get access. There will not be back and forth messages. How long? How long? By now, movement should have come already. The zone already it should have reached. How much time it takes? Many of the people abroad, no, I think they started to go in that holiday mode. Last 15 days of the month, Christmas is getting close, vacation plans they will have. I think a lot of people have little stepped out. Everyone will just jump into the market post New Year. It will be a lot of, I think, fun to see people coming New Year strategy. They'll build psychology. They'll start fresh. A lot of people will come out. For the first 15 days, things will be exciting. Ethereum, ATH. ETH is respecting a seller's area. ETH, if it gives closing about 2,945, that will be a better situation. Now, again, ETH seller zone, BTC, what it will do. Yeah, so seller is not giving up. At least people who entered here should give up here. If I get one breakout here, that will be better. Indian market also got stuck in sideways for 3 hours, I think so. No, 1.5 hours. It was stuck in sideways. Crypto also today got stuck in sideways. Sir, one good advice for beginner trade. Just watch out on the number of trades you take per day. That means if, let's say, your risk per day, example I'm saying, is 10,000. If you're having mindset of taking multiple trades, right? Let's say you're taking 5 trades per day minimum on an average based on experience you're seeing, then what you simply do is reduce your number of quantity so that your risk is not more than 2,000 rupees per day per trade, so that if you're over trading also 5 trades if you're taking, and if you keep a risk reward of minimum 1:2, 2 3, if it goes as per your plan also, it's a okay situation. Okay, rather than that your 10,000 is your risk per day, you think that entire 10,000 if you're putting in just one single trade, it's not a right thing. Okay, so better you can, if you're taking 10 trades and all, split your 10,000 capital to 10 trades. something like that you can do, where risk will be only 1000 rupees per trade, your lot size will reduce, and stick to whatever plan, whatever sentiment you have. Based on that, you just stick to it. If stop loss hits also, don't worry too much, because that 1000 rupees or 2000 rupees, whatever risk you're taken, it's already decided, right? So you should not be feeling bad about giving that 1000 rupees or 2000, because if you happily give the SL based on your setup, I'm saying randomly you're giving SL means nothing can be done. Based on your setup, if you're giving the SL and you know about your strategy, even here or there 2-3 SLs you take, no problem. But over a period of 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, things will fall into place for you. Here one seller is there, here one seller is there. First it has to give a breakout, remove this seller, next this seller, finally only target. How much work market has to do and how much pressure they have to put. It's there, pressure is there. What do you think about loss recovery? See, I took this same trade some time back, right? Like only because of the week I got into problem, but setup, logic, everything was right. The same trade only I would have held. Now if I think about the old setup, I should not be taking the new setup. The last trade has nothing to do with this trade. This trade, what profit loss what I make, that is all matters. Then once I close this trade, then I will go and check, okay, first trade so much loss, second trade so much loss, my risk capacity for today is let's say 30,000, more than 30,000 I don't want to lose today, I'll come with a better mindset today. So with that view I will go, okay, first trade I made loss, that also I have to recover, additionally I have to recover, that and all doesn't make sense. This setup, how much it can give, that is based on its potential, only so much only it can give. We'll get back after 1 hour and check. Okay, so you can check. Flat market, yes, little bit it annoys us, tests our patience, everything it does. Already if you see today, little bit kind of sideways before the market opening and all, it was sideways only, trapping both the side. Now movement is still pending. I don't know why it's taking more time. US market also is opened, everything is done. Your fresh traders also on the bearish side will enter only when, if in case market goes below the zone here, and all small sellers only will enter. So this means seller has to give up. For that, first this zone it has to break, then this zone. While adding money, fails many attempts, any reason, sir? I'm not understanding your question, sir. Sorry. If you can elaborate or give me more clarity, I will try to answer. Which strategy you will suggest for beginners for Indian market? See, more than strategy, first you need to understand the psychology of the market. To understand the psychology, first start learning price action. Price action is important. Once you learn that concept, things will kind of fall into place. You will start understanding the market better. Learn that, become a bit experienced with that. Slowly you will see, okay, price action market is happening, but here or there sudden spikes are coming, setups are failing. Why is it happening? You will start thinking. When you start thinking about that, then you will start learning about stop loss hunting concept. Okay, the seller is give up soon. Okay, now the seller is given up. The seller has to give up now. This is his zone. So once market reach the zone, what I said I will do, I'll reduce my stop loss. Okay. The seller also is given up. Not yet. Candle closing has not yet happened. Now here the seller will give up or not. Contradiction is there, confusion is there. So this for safe traders, usually I say no, safe traders, this is your exit point. This will be your exit point if you're safe trader. Or trail your stop loss to max, whatever you want. You can do. Even I'm not sure if the seller is going to give up or not. If he gives up only, I will get the target. If he's strong, again here sideways. Same situation. As of now, he did not give up in this candle, this seller, right? Exit zone for anyone who took trade. This will be an ideal place. If you are holding with me, hold. We will see if we will get this target. Little more loss I will reduce. So much reduce. Fine. Advise how much capital we should use for first trade. Sir, I have done basic for crypto. Please have a look at that. It's there in our YouTube channel. If you go to our YouTube channel, in the playlist section, you will get to know. Okay. There is one video for crypto basic. In that, I think 35 minutes video. Every basic concepts I have explained. See, this is profit booking zone. Who wants to trail the stop loss also start trailing. And hopefully market gives me the target which I'm looking for. Now that the seller has given up here, right? The seller has given up here. Then basically, as per my understanding, this zone and all should not be respected. Market has to break that zone 8 out of 10 times. That is what will happen. Once the seller has given up and is not shown strength, next upside movement only. ETH. ETH is near seller zone, so only little bit contradiction is happening. That's fine. Why don't you add some more quantity? No, in this already 600 quantity I added. In BTC I've kept a limit 500, 600 quantity is more than sufficient. Why I have to add more position? When market is starting to go as per my direction, if I had taken just less quantity, let's say around 200, here I would have added, here I would have added, that I would have done. But already first only I've added quantity. See, who wants to book, you book, okay? Already the moment is decent enough. Close to, how many points is this? 550 points. Why I'm saying this is because this zone, sellers were entering in the past. So exiting there is not a bad idea. I don't know if anyone exited, let me know. Did you exit or you're holding with me? If you're holding with me now, risk for this trade is 0. Okay, who exited also not a bad idea here. But I feel there is potential, so I'm holding. And maximum my loss also have reduced. So for me, nothing to lose in this trade, no. Why don't you put stop loss in the area in which you get profit, sir? That's okay, sir. Don't worry. Here, suddenly, this is a resistance. No, suddenly, what might happen is one spike can come and quickly it will reverse. That time, I will not be able to achieve my target. So, for me, risk is 0. So, whatever happens, let it happen. This also is a resistance area. Who wants to book here also, you can book. ETH also going to resistance. Holding. Who's holding? If you want safely, you can get your stop loss here. So it will be like you're trading along with me also. And if you exit also, reasonable profit you will make an exit. This 1 week, if it wouldn't had formed, how much confusion would have reduced? Huh? 87,700. Someone said no, here this zone I'll think about exiting. Please exit if you want. No, for me, stop loss 180. 80,000 psychological level. Now people who have taken shots, who's placed shots at the upper level, they should start running for cover. Because of that quick momentum, more should come. Yeah. 88,000. Almost there, but fine. Now we will. So what happens? $300. This I will extend. This is the target, but I'm just kind of extending to see either I'll make $300 profit or 647, 675. Round number is there. That one problem is there for me. Almost there near the target zone, this zone. $350 target reached. Psychological level. Do you have any video about Nifty option selling in our YouTube channel? You will find. Psychological level market has broken. So whatever happens, $480. If I get more move, fine. 88,200 is a nice zone. Whoever booked the profit, fine. I've also trailed my stop loss to maximum. 670. Little bit, if market holds, then we can decide to exit. 2019. Who and all wants to book, you can book, traders. Okay, I've trailed. Trailing along with you, sir. Okay. Psychological level is there. 88,000 also market broke. Now little bit near 88,200 somewhat pressure it can create. So what we will do, we will try to find, if I get, fine, or else my more than my initial target only I've got here. Okay, done, traders. The setup is done. I think 1.5 hours our live stream went, but see, this is how usually stop loss hunting happens. Stop loss hunting works. Market initially, let's say it gave a breakout, it corrected, then more weak sellers who has less capital, they will think about entering the market. After they enter, liquidity on top will be created, more liquidity here, all these zones will be there. And once, who created pressure? This seller, right? And here one seller. Now if this seller gave up at this zone, then this seller also, once he gives up at this zone, what did I say? This and all market, it will not matter, it will go, right? It will go to the psychological level. It went, it gave the moment. Okay, if you rewatch this multiple times, I would have explained, as long as this buyer doesn't give up, we should not be looking for bearish trade. Okay, so why the zone, why market reversed from the zone and all, based on the strategy what I've thought here. If you watch this only, you will get to know, right? 45 minutes video is there. If you watch that, you will get more clarity. And if you want to learn that strategy for free, you can open account with Delta Exchange. The link is there in the pinned comment. With that link only you need to open, then you message us, we will give you access to the crypto community group. Okay, that is what it is. I'm kind of exhausted right now. Any further setup is there, means later I will share. What happened to your trades? Did you guys book along with me? Did you book the profits? How many people actually took the trade with me? If you have learned something new today, then support the channel, traders, by liking the video. It motivates me also. Trailing stop loss in Nifty doesn't work as good as crypto. The market is exactly volatile, especially today. You should know the days when you need to trail the stop loss, when you should not trail. For me, when I will trail, what did I say? This seller, once he gives up, okay, then only my stop loss, what is there, I'm starting to trail to cost. Slowly only I'm getting. Because if there is a big movement, this is the big movement which I'm expecting, okay. That too in scalping only we did, right? 1 minute time frame. How much movement is this? This is close to 1,100 points. So for 1,100 points, that to 1 minute time frame scalping, if you're doing, then you have to give some buffer, right? In 1 minute spikes can happen. Anyways, traders, hope you guys learned something new today. Ethereum is at seller zone. I don't think so, because it is resistance something. Now what can happen is, here any random people take entry considering that 88,000 will not break. Later market can move up to trap them, okay. So once 88 levels, market, if it's falling down also, some people will take bearish trade to trap them. A little momentum can come, but here at this point of time I'm not taking any kind of direction. This can be just a pullback before an upside move. Already one hour usually I come live. Now today 1.5 hour because of the setup. Alright traders, support the channel, like the video. If you want the strategy, open account with Delta Exchange and then send a WhatsApp message to the number which you are seeing on the screen. Okay, this is the phone number. If you're getting confused, I will type it only better. So send a WhatsApp message to this number. After opening account, my team will give you access to this one. Please share your Delta Exchange user ID. Along with that, complete at least 1 or 2 trades to ensure that you're a person who's, from our end we can validate that okay, this person is not opening account randomly. And those who wish to, they say I'm very new to crypto, I don't know certain things, then for you guys there is one basic video, okay. I'll share that link right now in the comment section. You guys see there is a link. You watch that basic video. In that, lot of concept as to lot size, how much risk you can take if you're beginner, all those things and all we have explained, okay. You can watch that. You will get basic understanding as to how we approach the market. It might be useful for you, okay. All right traders, thank you for participating in the live stream. I hope you learned something new today. Good night, take care. I'll see you tomorrow.